It's Week 15 of the NFL.
Coming up, we'll see Kenny Pickett.
After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Tigers and the Desperados, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Caribbean Isle of Puerto Rico and its historic capital city of San Juan. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store as it'll be the Desperados of Salt Lake City taking on our home team. Hello again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis up in the booth. And, Charles, you look at this San Juan team as they enter play. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Salt Lake City. Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And we are underway here in San Juan. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll find Lindsey here. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. Now Rodgers. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Deontay Hardy back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards there, a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Now Pickett. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 7 catches, 53 yards. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
But you look at this defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to 1st.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Rodgers. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
To throw, it's Rodgers. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which has to keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Pickett now from the gun here. And this will be incomplete. A physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Pickett will look to throw it here. Hard throw, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Ball start. Offense.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Open man is Mingo. Complete. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Hardy set to return. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. You see David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. Burst by him near the 35. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Now hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Off play action, Pickett. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jawan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Still searching for that first breakthrough, and I thought this might be it. But it's not to be, and we're still scoreless.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down.
First down, Salt Lake City.
Rodgers now to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Carter, I think this one won't arrive very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Pickett.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw brought in by Watson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Going up the gut, Montgomery trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Pickett's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw, Pickett.
It's Kelsey on the ground.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. This is caught. Touchdown! Adam Thielen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Tigers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. To throw is Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Back out comes this offense now late in this 1st half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This short throw caught by Goddard. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Now it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We just watched a very good first half out of quarterback Kenny Pickett. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it.
On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43.
Now Pickett.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
So if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pickett back to throw. A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those those last two plays.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Running left, Montgomery. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Try him with Pickett here on 3rd down. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Up the middle they go. Jarrett. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Gets around him. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. San Juan's offense ready to get started again.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. That's shutting him off now open field.
He's still on his feet, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Here's Pickett.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll throw again with Pickett.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second down at 6 now from the 42.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Open man, that's Tillman.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now, the easy answer.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Christian Watson.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Tigers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Rodgers' throw pulled in by Hopkins.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And this offense on third down today, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down, Desperados.
Throwing now is Rodgers. On the slant, DeAndre Hopkins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
2nd down and a yard.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Personal foul. Face man. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Powering forward.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Touchdown!
Antoine Wesley.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Desperados have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
San Juan now getting set to take over on offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And just shutting him off there. And they work this right upfield across the 45.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Breaks the tackle now at Allen. Wise play by Pickett, sliding to avoid the hit. He also has the first down.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
Pickett.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Back to throw, Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now Pickett.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
Pickett back to throw. Catch made by Watson on the out route.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw, Rodgers.
Gets this over the middle to Tillman.
And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
Here comes second down.
To throw is Rodgers.
He'll get this complete to Tillman. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Now Rodgers.
Pass complete. Goddard.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Rodgers to throw. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Back to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Grant Doker.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for San Juan,
they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake City, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.